So there's a lot of needs in the world. I always tell people, like, you have to follow where your heart is. And the most important thing is you get involved and you start helping. So if you help in your local community, awesome. If you support us and we are able to give people clean water, great. If you are contributing to an organization that's helping refugees from Ukraine, great. But just do something, So we are one of many, many options. What's special about us is just, I think our transparency. We raise all of our operating expenses. So my salary, our trips to the field, the audits, the credit card fees on your donations, all of this is raised separately from a separate group of donors who specifically opt in and say, we want to pay for the overhead. We want to pay for the stuff that most other people don't want to pay for. So it's about 130 families that specifically opt in to do that. And so that really allows people to see how their money is making an impact, because 100% of it goes to the field. Because when we started the organization, our founder, Scott Harrison, started about 15 years ago. I'm in my 10th year, so I joined him pretty early on. And, Scott was very clear at the beginning. He felt like, one of the biggest challenges, if not the biggest challenge that he was going to face in terms of helping get people access to clean water, was not like a hydrogeological one of finding where the water was. It wasn't, one of like, security and, corruption or, operational issues in the field. It was actually like people didn't trust charities. So if you look at the stats, like I read a study, 42% of Americans don't trust charities, and 75% of Americans believe that charities spend their money poorly or very poorly. Okay, so if my ability to accomplish my mission of helping people get access to clean water depends on getting people to trust me with their money, I first need to address that. And so we've tried really hard since the very beginning through a number of different ways, by creating the 100% model, by mapping every single project on Google Maps. Anybody can get on a plane and go out there and see any of them and hold us accountable for them, and make sure that they're built. Like things like that have been really important for us, because that is a huge barrier for us to be able to help people get access to clean water. So it makes us very unique. It's not easy. I don't think I'd recommend it to everybody. We've worked really hard at it. It continues to be a challenge. We work really hard every day, but it is a unique way for people to get involved. And I would say, one of the things about a global problem like this, when I say, there's 800 million people who don't have access to clean water, this is an overwhelming number. It's an overwhelming number for me, and we're in a big organization, but the way I think about it is like, it's one person at a time. It's really one person at a time. And if I can think of these people as like my neighbors. So I have like two houses on, one house on either side of me. There's like 4 people who live over there. There's 4 people who live over there. And it costs me about $40 to give one person access to clean water. So for $160, I could give a family like that one clean water and really like just radically transform their lives. Would I do that? 100%, 100%. So I think getting your mind in that, and like, we can do that, and collectively, the power of collective action starts to turn those 2 houses next to mine into millions of houses